way through these quiet winter streets as all the action is inside the raucous Chicago Stadium. Now let's go over to tonight's public address announcer, Tommy Edwards.
Welcome, fans, to the All-Star Game.
Welcome, everyone, to Chicago for the 1988 All-Star Game. By my side, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. And Clark, this is the second time Chicago has hosted this mid-season classic.
Yeah, you go back to 1973, that's when they hosted their first one. The East won it 104 to 84 back then. That was the lowest combined score in an All-Star game, Kevin, since the 1950s.
We'll see if then tonight, Clark, they can surpass that total.
I would think they could. No shortage of scores on either side. I expect an up-tempo, fast-paced game, an exciting game with plenty of highlights and buckets.
Cannot wait. And your West All-Stars, Fat Lever and Magic Johnson, the guards, Alex English and Karl Malone at the forward spots, and in the middle, Hakeem Olajuwon. For the East, it's Moses Malone inside and Dominique Wilkins with Larry Bird, the forwards. And in the backcourt, Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan.
And you look at Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, rivals since college. Early on, no love lost between them, but over time, they've become friends.
Olajuwon with incredible footwork for a big man. Clark, amidst this All-Star celebration, labor negotiations between the players and the NBA continue.
Trying to find their way through this current impasse, Kevin, and looking to avoid any interruptions to this game that we all have a love affair with.
Yeah, I know you, and I hope they can find some common ground.
Please make it happen soon.
Clark, you see Larry and Magic together in those Converse ads. They've become really the faces of the NBA.
And Kevin, I think they've inherited the mantle from the great Dr. J. He's done such a great job representing the league all these years, and certainly he's left it in good hands with those two.
Yeah, that's a great comparison. Here's Olajuwon. Following the basket by Michael Jordan. Knocks it loose. 6 on the shot clock. And not many out there who can elevate like Michael Jordan. And starting last season, Clark, Michael Jordan's scoring went through the roof.
Averaging over 37 points per game, partner, and he's kept close to that pace this season as well. Remarkable.
Amazing and remarkable, right. Wow. And the Eastern All-Stars favored to win tonight.
Star power and firepower. Veteran IQ and smarts, but you never know. The West has quite a bit of talent, too.
Indeed they do. And an exhibition game with plenty of motivation for these stars nonetheless. For more, let's say hello to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, I was talking to Larry Bird about his goals for the matchup, and he said, I think our job is to get the ball to Michael Jordan, get him into the game, and get the crowd into the game. So if Bird has anything to do with it, Michael Jordan will be the MVP. And that would be poetic justice this weekend. Guys, back to you.
Especially where we are. Well said, David. Thank you. Jordan Clark, obviously, in front of his hometown crowd. He loves it, and they really love it.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Think about the fans in Chicago. They love basketball. And I can expect, and you can too, a ton of energy, some extra adrenaline anytime Michael touches the ball.
Clark, this city is on fire with Jordan, aren't they? I mean, they love him, and they think about what's to come. My goodness.
Smoking.
Yeah. Olajuwon kicks to English. They need this. No good on that one. Bird with some nice D. And Michael Jordan winning the dunk contest yesterday, Clark. Can he add to his trophy case tonight?
Kevin, I think his teammates want to see him win the MVP. I think they're going to give him as many touches as he needs to have a chance to do it.
Ooh, that'll be fun to watch.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Johnson surveying the floor. Olajuwon against Malone. Olajuwon, no luck.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Fat Lever.
Making the defense compromise right there. Once Jordan gets into the lane, defenses become a little sketchy. Actually, they get pretty nervous.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Offensively, Clark, things have sort of fallen apart for him.
And they need to recover as soon as possible.
And Bird gets it to go on the assist by Jordan. And Larry Bird winning 3 straight MVP awards from 1983 to 1986.
You know who the last player was to do that?
I'm going back to the 60-something. You tell me.
Yeah,
I know you
Bill
know.
Russell.
Yeah, right,
it's
of
Bill
course.
Russell, 1960 to 63.
Of course. I'm glad we bring him up. A legend.
Yep.
Now here's Jordan. Following the miss by Hakeem. Jordan with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. Thomas. They get it back. Look at the domination on the glass by Moses Malone. And tonight's All-Star MVP will have a $5,000 check presented in their name, Clark, to the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Fund.
A great cause in honor of a terrific American.
The West trails by 10. There's got to be some excitement, maybe even, Clark, some butterflies playing in the All-Star game. You want to prove you belong out there.
I agree with that, and there can also be the temptation to try to do a little too much, maybe get flashy, but with these players still getting a feel for each other in the flow, a lot to be said for making the simple play.
Nevertheless, a great honor. Here's Jordan, following the score by Hakeem Olajuwon. Thomas finds Jordan. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Smart play that time by Jordan, using the pump, baiting the defender, and he bit.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the West All-Stars. It's a 2-point game. And there's the call on Michael Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. Jordan against Johnson. There's the pass to Olajuwon. Over Malone.
I like seeing Malone, a solid defender, get a hand up and challenge the shot.
Jordan dishes to Bird. Malone trying to break free. Shot's good from Bird.
Larry Bird had it going last night at the Legends game, trying to fill it up tonight as well.
Knocked away. And here we go. Fast break. Jordan's got it. Here's Wilkins. Another highlight for the film of Dominique Wilkins.
And Dominique Wilkins is the go-to scorer for the Hawks. No question about that. And he's embraced that leadership role as well. Obviously a huge part of the Hawks' success.
Hey, Clark, the record for points in the All-Star game is 42, set by Wilt Chamberlain back in the 1962 All-Star game.
And you know, a lot of Wilt's records seem virtually untouchable, but I don't think that one is. With all these great scores, who knows? It might be broken tonight.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun? James Worthy's checked in for the West. Drexler comes in for Lever. Drexler with the steal. They push it up 4 on 3. The 17-footer. It's Worthy missing. The East leading by 11. Here's Jordan. And he drops it in from the low post. Jordan's got 14. And Michael Jordan, not only last season's leading scorer by a mile, but Clark Kellogg this season, he is in the running for the Defensive Player of the Year.
He is the true definition of a two-way player. Gets it done at a high level at both ends.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And at 26 points per game, Drexler ranks 7th in the league in scoring. His Blazers playing catch-up with the Lakers, though. Their improved defense has helped them overcome some early injuries.
Here's Jordan. Following the score by Clyde Drexler. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon. That'll be his second foul of the game. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for the West. Jordan, the pass to Wilkins. They get a hand on it. And Kareem looking to set the career record for all-star scoring. Isn't that something?
It really is. Needs just 10 points to do it, Kevin. And You got to love his chances. I mean, that's a layup for him, pun intended.
Yeah, a good one. Here's Jordan following the score by James Worthy. Count that bucket. He has 6.
How about this list? Players who have never missed an All-Star game in their careers. Jerry West, Bob Pettit, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, and Hakeem Olajuwon. Those last 3 playing here tonight.
And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the most All-Star appearances by far in NBA history. Clark, an All-Star in every season of his career except one. And in that year, he was injured.
Yeah, and at 40 years of age, matter of fact, the youngest player tonight was only 4 years old when Kareem made his first All-Star appearance. That player, Brad Daugherty.
No kidding.
That's right.
Now, here's Johnson. Michael Jordan grabs the miss. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wilkins kicks to Jordan. The kick out to Wilkins. From outside, off the mark. Here's Worthy. Can't connect from short range. Here's Jordan. Goes back up. And he converts the layup. Jordan's got 18 points in the game. And if there was a snub part for this year's All-Star game, many felt it was the sharpshooter Dale Ellis of the Sonics.
Well, you take a look at what he's done. He's the only top 10 scorer in the NBA who was not an All-Star.
Yep, the Tennessee Volunteers should be here. And so it's the East All-Stars. Their lead at 15 going into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We come back right after this. Welcome back, everyone, to the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago. As these great fans hope Michael Jordan can bring home the win and the MVP hardware. The East leading by 15.
And the head coach of the East, Mike Fratello, his first time coaching in the All-Star Game. Even with the score where it is, he just keeps coming.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the West. They've got Malone. Thomas is out there with Jordan. Then there's Bird. And it's Wilkins in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars.
Playing well on both ends of the floor, stifling defense and dangerous O. That's a heck of a combo.
Here's Lever.
Fat Lever is not the biggest guard, but he makes big impact on the game because he plays with such intensity at both ends of the floor.
The West All-Stars have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Here's Thomas. No points in the game yet for him. Jordan passes to Bird. Can't cash in from close range. How about that? Mike's a terrific friend of yours and mine, and Fratello's Hawks recently moved into first place in the East after the Cavs beat the Celtics. Clark enabling him to become the coach of the East All-Stars.
So don't be surprised if the Cavs' Brad Daugherty gets extended minutes in his first All-Star appearance. You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Here's Malone. And that's collected by Malone. The East leading by 15. Here's Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Efficiency personified there. Jordan scoring at will, taking over the game whenever he chooses.
And here early, Clark, the East has the edge.
You look at that team on the East squad, an embarrassment of riches, Kevin, and you know, they've got so many weapons. I think it simply comes down to execution for them.
To the paint, here's Bird. Good, and the assist goes to Jordan. Jordan's got his 5th assist in this one. The West trails by 19. And now let's go over to David Aldridge with a report on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Thank you, Kevin. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the oldest All-Star in history. This is his 17th game. No one else has been in more than 13. To put that into context, there were 6 players in yesterday's Legends game that were younger than Kareem. Magic Johnson says he respects Kareem more than anyone I know because of the pride this man has in whatever he does. Kevin, back to you.
He is a very proud individual. David, thank you. And Kareem's coming out here, Clark, after spending 2 days in bed with strep throat. I mean, it's remarkable.
And, Kevin, that's exactly the pride Magic was talking about, and that's why it seems like every game we do, Kareem is adding to some type of record that he's already established. Tonight, he could very well become the leading scorer in the history of the All-Star game.
Isn't that phenomenal? They call him captain for a reason. He is truly the leader of this entire NBA.
Yes, sir.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Olajuwon's checked in.
And Coach Mike Fratello, a colleague of ours, coaching in the All-Star game, standing tall amongst a bunch of tall guys in the NBA. You know, his dad was an amateur boxer, and, you know, I think that background gives Mike a lot of confidence as a coach.
Johnson, the pass to Olajuwon. Looking to end the run. Michael Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. No good. Johnson with some nice D. And Clark, not easy for these coaches to put their stamp on the game. Only a 1-hour practice yesterday to get acquainted and move through some sets.
And, you know, Kevin, it's not about necessarily practice time. A few offensive sets is all that's needed. I think it's how you manage the players and give them a platform to have fun and do what they do.
That's a good point. Wilkins dishes to Jordan. Malone, a screen on Johnson. It's Jordan with the drive. Bird kicks to Jordan. Another shot. It's rebounded by the West.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Pass to Malone. Here's Olajuwon. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Moses Malone.
Boy, Hakeem's size makes him hard to match up against, especially when he's determined to score inside.
Aguaya's checked in for McDaniel. Here's Jordan. Good, nice job down low. Jordan's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Hey, the defense has the right idea there, but Jordan has the skills to overcome the contact.
Johnson attacking. Right side lever. Back to Johnson. Pass to Lever. Olajuwon inside. Guarded by Malone. East with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Jordan. Good D by Olajuwon. And here's Malone. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. Lever, the pass to Malone. That's tipped and stolen by Jordan. He lobs it up. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Lever kicks to Johnson. Here's Olajuwon. It's good. Olajuwon's got 11 points. And Clark, when you look at Hakeem Olajuwon's Houston Rockets, here is a team making a lot of moves.
I tell you what, their trade for Joe Barry Carroll and Sleepy Floyd paying huge dividends. They're certainly on the rise in my mind.
Yeah, a lot of people like those moves. Tremendous pass from Bird. He can do it all.
There's the peripheral vision we talk about. Bird finding a wide open teammate.
Poked loose and stolen by Jordan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Pretty much automatic tonight at the line, 8 for 8.
Tell you what, his focus and fruitfulness at the stripe this half, tremendous. You know, there's so much that's amazing to me about Jordan, but his endurance stands out. He consistently gets stronger, it seems, as the game goes on.
Catching up on changes for the West. Worthy comes in for Malone. Clyde Drexler has subbed in for Magic Johnson. Here's Aguirre. That one off the back iron and out.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Jordan dishes to Malone. He can't get that one. Good D by Olajuwon. Lever with it. Wilkins picks him up. The feed to Worthy. that fall. Great assist by Lever. And James Worthy here in Clark, his third All-Star game.
Yeah, I was part of the '82 draft when Worthy was the #1 pick out of North Carolina. He can hurt you on the block as well as in transition.
So refresh our memories. He was #1. Where were you taken?
I was number 8, Kevin.
That's right.
Number 8.
That's right. I knew that. I just want you to boast a little bit. Here's Olajuwon. And it's the East with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 8 now on the night. The pass to Bird. Back to Jordan. Shoots over Lever. And stolen by Aguirre. Olajuwon trying to break free. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lever's got 4 this quarter.
And Fat Lever, snubbed a year ago, now a first-time All-Star, well-deserved. He leads the league in triple-doubles, one of the original stat sheet stuffers, averaging 9 rebounds a game as well. Best by a mile for NBA guards.
Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for the West. And both free throws good for Jordan. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half. Clark, they'll need one heck of a rally to climb out of this hole.
And, you know, unfortunately, I'm just not sure they have it in them.
Outside Lever. The 3 from Aguirre. Doesn't go that time. Michael Jordan getting it done for the East All-Stars. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. And we'll be back with you shortly. And we welcome you back to the second half of the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago. Great performances from these players, whether it's their first time participating or their 17th.
You know, you get into the latter stages of the game, and it's normal to wonder who will take home the MVP trophy. It's certainly one of those accolades that's mentioned when you talk about the great ones.
Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for Brad Nelson. They've got Malone. Lever is out there with Johnson. Then it's Olajuwon, and it's English in at the small forward position.
Magic Johnson leads the league in assists, and he's also got the most assists in All-Star game history. He processes the game at another level, folks.
Oh, and here we go with English and nobody back. He gets that one. English has got his first 2 points of the night.
You know, people said Alex English was too light of frame, too skinny, not athletic enough. Well, how about this? He's playing in his 7th straight All-Star game. So much for being too skinny.
And of the players in tonight's All-Star game, Clark, 2 have won MVP trophies in this game before. Larry Bird and Isaiah Thomas.
And how about this, Kevin? Thomas has won 2 out of the last 4 years. If he was to get 3 MVPs, that would put him in some rarefied air, tying with Oscar Robertson for second most. Bob Pettit is the only player to do it 4 times.
Jordan finds Malone. Olajuwon grabs the miss. Olajuwon's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Johnson with it. Now Thomas defending. And there's Karl Malone on the assist by Lever. Malone's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And making his All-Star debut in his 3rd year in the league, Karl Malone, one of 4 players in the NBA, averaging over 20 points and 10 rebounds a game.
And the East with the lead.
Living up to that favored and top billing and giving these fans quite a show.
Here's Jordan, and Jordan slams it in.
Michael Jordan, MJ. It really doesn't get much better than this.
Timeout called here by the East. They're going to talk it over. The West trails by 19. Johnson goes in. The West again cannot hit. And they double up Jordan. Wilkins kicks to Thomas. No good on the triple. And Olajuwon has got the ball here for the West. Johnson, the pass to Olajuwon. Another spoon-fed basket for Magic.
They're still behind, but you're starting to see signs of life. Got to keep plugging away here.
Back to Jordan. Good ball movement here by the East. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon.
Michael Jordan using that strength of his to get into the defense to draw the foul on the way up.
Ewing's checked in for Moses Malone.
Taking 2 shots.
And so Jordan nails both of them.
And, you know, most of these guys are accustomed to having their team's offense built around them. It's an adjustment for them now to figure out who's going to get the rock most of the time.
Lever kicks to Johnson. Pass to Olajuwon. The shot misses. Good D by Ewing. The East leading by 19. And you think about it, Justin Clark, how about the all-star reserves? Guys that start normally are the stars of their team, now off the bench on a team of stars.
Kevin, excellent point. For players who are used to starting the game, probably a rare experience coming in off the bench and trying to get it going. But I think these guys so enjoy being part of this. That sacrifice is not much at all.
You're exactly right.
Humongous dunk from him right there.
All over the defense, too. That was impressive.
Hard not to respect how tough Jordan is inside. Really good at angling his body to pick up the foul call.
And he makes the first.
Michael Jordan. 2 shots.
And so Jordan nails both of them. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Bird, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Bird's got most of his shots to fall. 6 makes in 9 tries. And there's the pass to Olajuwon. Ball's knocked loose.
You know, there's been talk about adding a third referee to NBA games. The commissioner and the room.
And it's a new single-game record in scoring for the All-Star game, set right in front of us by Michael Jordan.
What an incredible athlete, Kevin, and it seems whatever he sets his mind to do, he can do it. Impressive.
Lever, the pass to Olajuwon. Shoots over Ewing, and Ewing with the block.
Great at knowing when to time and go up for the rejection. Ewing, a superb defender.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Donaldson's checked in.
In for the West, James Donaldson.
Johnson against Jordan. Pass to English. 5 on the clock. There's the screen. Johnson, wide open, he fires. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those fouls. And Clark, with 3 officials working games, do you think that'll result in more fouls being called, more eyes on the ball? They can pick up a lot more, certainly with more guys out there.
Yeah, you know, I think, Kevin, it might be the case early on with the 3rd official, but over time it'll smooth itself out. Off the ball, you know, some things you could get away with in the past, maybe not so much with 3 officials out there.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. It's going to be Malone shooting. They get Dominique Wilkins. A big group substitution here for the East. Brad Daugherty, he's checked in for Bird. McHale comes in for Dominique Wilkins. Danny Ainge is checked in for Jordan. And it's Rivers in for Isaiah Thomas. The West also making some changes. James Worthy's checked in for English. And it's Drexler in for Lever. And Magic Johnson, Clark, made it clear coming into this game that he wanted the challenge of defending the great Michael Jordan.
He certainly did. And the West as a team will certainly have their work cut out for him trying to slow that guy down.
That is going to be fun to watch. Here's Drexler. That shot misses. Now the East will take it the other way. Passes to Rivers. The West grabs the miss. Johnson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Shoots from the block. Magic Johnson delivers passes. with such pinpoint accuracy. Wow! Well, Clark, there was some question whether James Worthy would actually play in this All-Star game.
Yeah, he's dealing with some tendonitis in his knee, and because of that, I think his minutes very well could be limited.
Yeah, he's got to pay attention to the big picture, doesn't he?
Yep. This is the 4th All-Star game for the Celtics' Kevin McHale. Kids at home who want to learn how to score in the post, just put the isolated camera on Kevin McHale, please. Moves on top of moves in the paint.
Here's Johnson. Here's Donaldson. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. And the 7-2 center from the Mavericks, James Donaldson.
You know, I think he's the only lefty in this game. Larry Bird and Danny Ainge right left-handed, but they shoot it with their right hand.
You and I have talked about this before, but defending a lefty is different than defending clearly a right-handed shooter.
Throws you off just a little bit, Kevin. Boy, Ewing does a nice job anticipating shot trajectories, realizing how quick to position himself on that offensive glass.
The sharpshooter, Danny Ainge, lacing it from long range.
And Danny Ainge making his All-Star debut in year 7, having the best season of his career. He went from a singles hitter in pro baseball to a long-distance laser in the NBA.
And if there's a rival for the size and athleticism of Michael Jordan, Clark, it might just be Clyde Drexler.
I don't think there's any question about it, Kevin. The Phi Slamma Jamma alum can take flight with the very best of them.
Yep, great athletes. Here's Malone. They grab their own miss, and Malone slams it home.
And the 6'9" forward, Karl Malone, out of Louisiana Tech, playing for the Utah Jazz. Tonight, he's wearing number 7 to honor the great Pete Maravich, who himself was a 3-time All-Star with the New Orleans Jazz.
Johnson outside. Drexler with the screen for Johnson. Worthy dishes to Drexler. Here's Donaldson. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the East All-Stars. Holding a 22-point lead is the...
76.
Welcome back to Chicago for the 1988 All-Star Game. The grand finale of what's been a tremendous weekend to celebrate, the NBA. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the West.
You take a look at the landscape of the NBA, and I tell you what, that Central Division, dominant. How about this? 36 games above 500 combined.
Ainge is out there with Rivers. Then there's McHale. Then there's Doherty. And it's Ewing in at the 5, patrolling the paint. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. Abdul-Jabbar against Ainge. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go with a 3. And they'll get another chance. This one for 3. Here's McHale. Olajuwon with the block.
Boy, Olajuwon is a ferocious defender and rim protector. Really excels at slapping shots away.
And the West All-Stars with possession. Here's English. Abdul-Jabbar trying to free himself up. English's shot is good. Well, you look at that Central Division, all 6 teams on pace to make the playoffs.
And, you know, Chicago got off to that great start, Kevin. Then they cooled off just a bit. Now tied with Detroit at 3 games behind Atlanta. Those teams are draped up pretty good.
Here's Olajuwon. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Johnson's got his 7th assist in the game. Pass to Doherty. Dishes it to Ewing. The size and aggression of Patrick Ewing inside.
The #1 overall pick in 1985, and it was an all-star rookie season for Patrick Ewing. Hurt last year, but nice to see him back where he belongs, right in the all-star game.
Down the stretch here, the East Clark out in front.
Getting it done. It's been such a fun game to watch, entertaining from both sides.
Woo, it sure has been. And it's a completely new group for the East All-Stars. Levers checked in for the West.
Hey, when Jordan is cutting to the cup, he's locked in on throwing it down. The D doesn't have a chance. at denying him that chance.
And the foul called on Michael Jordan. That's his third foul of the game.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
Lever finds Johnson. English left side. Lever outside. Clock at 6. Some nice passing here by the West. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off here. The silky high release from Alex English.
The defense getting hung up on the pick there. They've got to get over it.
A drive by Jordan. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The first one falls. And Kareem will need to get it going, Clark, to reach double digits.
I think his teammates have to do a better job of getting him touches. Just keep feeding him. He's more than capable of getting there.
And stolen by Jordan. Inside. And it's Wilkins finishing it off.
Boy, nice setup with the pass, and Wilkins bounces up knowing just what to do with it.
Wilkins has gone 3 for 5 from the field. Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by Malone. The East leading by 23. Down low, got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it.
You know, deflections are key. They're big in this league. You want to be disruptive to the other team's offense.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Lever. Here's Jordan. Lever with it, and it's Bird picking him up. And the rejection by Bird. Jordan kicks to Malone. And stolen by English. Up the floor. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Magic Johnson in his 8th All-Star game now. 2nd in All-Star votes this year. And he hosts his own All-Star game in the summer in L.A. as a fundraiser. And I understand it's quite an event.
Jordan, here's Malone. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon.
Known as being a top-tier rebounder, Malone is a commanding presence on both ends and a very valuable part of this team. And Commissioner David Stern in the house tonight. Since taking over 4 years ago, he's done a remarkable job helping guide this league to new unprecedented heights.
Exactly. Here's English. Excellent D there from Wilkins. And so it's Wilkins who brings up the ball for the East All-Stars. And Bird with the basket on the assist by Jordan. Jordan's got 9 assists now tonight. One thing the league has done since Commissioner Stern has taken over, Clark, is really marketing the league around its stars. And I like that type of strategy.
I agree with you, Kevin, wholeheartedly. And what better time to highlight those great stars than tonight? Amazing talent, compelling personalities. The league is certainly on a great trajectory.
It absolutely is.
He had some bad intentions there. Oh, boy, watch out.
Oh, boy, watch out is right. Poked away. Jordan with the steal. And he's going up for the alley-oop. A rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Olajuwon. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Olajuwon's got 13 points here in the second half alone. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. Lever drives in, releases. Again, the West All-Stars.
You know, with his handles, he excels at tricking up the defense and getting the good looks he wants.
Here's Jordan. Olajuwon with the block. That Lever with an uncanny knack for rebounding. The West trails by 20. Johnson, the pass to Olajuwon. Over Malone. Again, the West All-Star.
Boy, it's been attack after attack from Hakeem in this one. He's not giving the defense any breaks.
Jordan dishes to Bird. Back to Jordan. Outside Thomas. Kicks it to Malone. Feeds to Bird. A shake. And it's good on the layup. Bird's got 4 points this quarter.
And you know, in the painted area, Bird has a variety of moves, can take you either direction and finish with either hand. He's a nightmare to defend, and believe me, I woke up in sweats many a times dealing with that guy. Gotta love the alley-oop.
Clark, wasn't that a pretty play? Oh, I could watch that all day. Johnson, the pass to Olajuwon. Abdul-Jabbar trying to free himself up. Olajuwon, no good. The East leading by 22. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
On the drive, MJ is so ferocious, he never even thinks about slowing down. Pedal to the metal.
And the West All-Stars with possession. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I don't think there was any question about that being a foul.
So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Donaldson, he's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. McDaniel comes in for English. Aguirre's checked in for Lever. And it's Drexler in for Johnson. Thomas kicks to Wilkins. To the middle. Bird dishes to Jordan. Puts up a three. Tipped away. And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
You know, that's about as good a defensive play as you're going to see. Instant reaction to get a hand on the shot. Beautifully done.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Wilkins up top. And they double up Jordan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
James Donaldson. First
Free throw good, Jordan. The East making a switch. Ewing's checked in. And both free throws good for Jordan. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter. Drexler with it. Isaiah Thomas covering. The pass to Donaldson. There's the lob to the hoop. A nice shot by Olajuwon.
Olajuwon doing what he does, going to work in the paint area, playing to his strengths, and getting it up and down.
Here's Jordan, and Jordan throws it down.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Aguirre. To the inside. Here's Olajuwon. That's in there. Coming off the assist from Aguirre. 30 points for Hakeem Olajuwon. And they double up Jordan. Here's Ewing. And here's Wilkins from the arc. They get the rebound. Here's Jordan. Ewing kicks to Jordan. Passes it to Wilkins. Here's Bird. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Yeah, you know, when he's not beating you from the three or attacking the basket, Bird, very reliable from the mid-range.
Drexler scanning the floor. And the Eastern All-Stars deliver. The favorites coming in, but they did not disappoint.
Yeah, you looked at that team on paper and you saw they were the stronger team and should have been favored. But you still got to go out and prove it, and they did exactly that.
And so much scoring in that lineup for the East. My goodness, look at those names. That's always going to be tough to stop.
And you factor in the raucous crowd cheering on Michael Jordan, Kevin. No wonder they found that extra gear they needed